Hey, I'm Steve, the Mortgage Voice, and this is Making You Smarter About Home Buying in Just 5 Minutes. If you've watched my 90-second smarts videos, you know I have a thing about making complicated topics, well, less complicated. Today, we're going a little longer than 90 seconds, but also still shorter than the last time you were on hold with your cable company. Here's why I'm making this video. I put together a seminar called Keys to the Castle. It's a complete walkthrough of how to buy a home, and I mean complete, from I've been thinking about this all the way to someone just handed me a key. And every time I go through this material, I notice the same reaction. People are shocked. Not in a bad way, in a why did nobody ever tell me this stuff way. So consider this your shortcut. Whether you attended this seminar and want a refresher, or you're hearing about this for the first time, stick with me for 5 minutes. You'll walk away knowing something that'll save you money, save you time, or save you from an expensive mistake. Maybe even all three. Here's a problem I'm addressing here, and it's the average home buyer strategy, or lack of it. Here's how most people buy a home. They open Zillow at 11 o'clock at night, just to look. And 45 minutes later, they have a favorite house, a backup house, and strong feelings about crown molding. Then they call a realtor. Then they talk to a lender. Doing all of this while already emotionally attached to a specific property at a price they haven't actually validated and which they haven't even seen. What could go wrong? Buying a home is the largest financial transaction most people will ever make. And yet, most people prepare for it less carefully than they prepare for a fantasy football draft. That's not a critique. Nobody teaches this stuff. Until now. So you want to know what being prepared really looks like? Before you look at a single listing, there are 3 numbers you need to know cold. First, your credit score. Not roughly, not, I think it's pretty good. Actually know it. It affects your rate, your options, and how much you pay over the life of your loan. Second, it's your sleep at night number. The monthly payment that lets you still take a vacation, handle a car repair, and not feel your stomach drop when you check your bank balance. It's almost never the same number a lender will approve you for, so know the difference. And third, your timeline, because a buyer with 6 months of runway plays a completely different game than a buyer who needs to move in 45 days. 3 numbers. Know them before you do anything else. Now, let's bust the biggest myth that keeps people renting. You do not need 20% down to buy a home. Someone told you that. Maybe multiple someones. And it's been sitting in the back of your mind as the reason you're not a homeowner yet. Here's the truth. FHA loans, 3.5% down. Conventional, as low as 3%. VA loans for eligible veterans, 0 down and no mortgage insurance. And depending on where you live, there may be down payment assistance programs you don't even know exist. The 20% myth has kept more people renting longer than they needed to than almost anything else in real estate, other than Zillow at 11 o'clock at night. Here's what I really want you to hear. It's why this stuff actually matters. This isn't just about feeling confident. This is about dollars, your dollars. A prepared buyer, one who knows their numbers, has the right financing in place, and understands how to structure an offer, that buyer wins in ways that have real dollar values attached. They win homes in competitive situations because their offer looks cleaner and more certain. They don't overpay because emotion got ahead of information. They don't lose earnest money because they didn't understand their contingencies. And they don't get surprised by closing costs they didn't know were coming. Every single one of those scenarios is avoidable with preparation, which is exactly what Keys to the Castle is built to give you. Look, buying a home is a big deal. It should feel like a big deal. But there's a version of this process where you feel informed instead of overwhelmed, where you walk into every conversation with your agent, your lender, your escrow officer, knowing exactly what's happening and why, where you get to closing day and you think, hey, I understood every step of that. That version exists, and it starts with about 90 minutes of the right information. If you attended Keys to the Castle, thank you. Go back through your notes, use the resource sheet, and when you're ready to talk about your specific situation, you know where to find me. If you're watching this and you haven't attended, the seminar is available. The link is below or somewhere where you found this link. Come and learn something. It'll be the most useful 90 minutes you spend this month. Unless you spend 90 minutes renegotiating your cable bill, in which case also a solid use of time. I'm Steve, your mortgage voice, and this has been Keys to the Castle in about 5 minutes. Go be a prepared buyer.